Today I'm on the hunt to find the perfect wick for this specific jar. I searched far and wide for an answer on the perfect wick, but all I got was a lawyer's answer.
It depends.
There doesn't seem to be one single good wick for everything. So today I'm testing these 4 wicks in hopes to find my one and only, or at least to guide me in the right direction. The diameter of my jar is about 2.75 inches. It's a ceramic jar, and I'm using soy wax for the wax here. Because I'm looking at the HTP lineup, I have HTP 1212, 105, and 93. Now I do also have this random Stabilo 12 on the side because it was sitting staring at me menacingly. I'll keep an eye out for a good melt pull, which is approximately 1/8 to 1/4 of an inch in depth, minimum mushrooming, minimum soot, and any other safety concerns such as an overly sized flame or too much flickering in the flame. One thing to note, because I have a feeling this might be asked or brought up, is that I've seen different suppliers give a different recommendation for what size of candle jar a wick should be paired with. Which brings me back to the first point of it depends. And the only way to find out is by testing. Okay, so let's see, it's been an hour and I think we can clearly see here that this one, the Stabilo, is too small, hence the tunneling that is happening. Pretty sure I can say that this is not going to work out. Now, next one that catches my eye right away is this one. Obviously, you can see the hopefully the camera catches that. You can see the mushrooming happening right there. The melt pool is decent. It is almost touching the whole diameter of the jar. The flame is not too huge. I think I will still keep this one. You are safe, my friend. Next one, let's see, our friend Stabilo. Funny enough, Stabilo is actually, so it's not doing too bad. The mushrooming is not as much. Let's see if I can get that in. There isn't too much mushrooming in there. Now, it's not necessarily creating a full pull around, but I have seen a video where somebody was mentioning that, that is still not tunneling, technically, not compared to, here, let me get the previous one, not compared to this one. Now, that's clearly going to tunnel. This one is still possibly good, and even though there is a bit left over here, it is actually not a do or die kind of situation. So I think I will keep this one going still. And finally, we have our friend here, the 105. See if I can bring it close. Mushrooming is minimal. It is doing the same thing as the Stabilo, where it's not fully, I guess, grabbing everything. Maybe not the first choice, but I still think I will keep this one going, see what happens later down the line. So I think these 3 will stay, and we'll do another check in another hour. All right, so we'll start off with our mushroom friend here. Let's see if I can show it in the camera. It seems like the mushroom has increased a bit, actually. So it is building up all that carbon in there. It doesn't look to be promising. Then our second candidate, the Stabilo, the mushrooming has increased. It is kind of going off to the edges here. I just don't like the mushroom. Like I can see it become even more. And number 3 candidate, it did mushroom as well. I'd say almost the same as the previous Stabilo one. The melt pool is kind of catching up to the size, so that's not a bad thing. All right, well, noted, hour 2. Let's see what happens with 3 and 4. All right, on to hour 3, and I think we can kind of tell here that this friend is mushrooming up a lot. I don't know, the flame is pretty big. I don't feel, and look at that pool, oh my God. Ooh, boo, boo. Honestly, my friend, it's not me, it's you. And I think your time is done. Then there were two. So it seems like our Stabilo is actually doing not too bad. The mushrooming has stayed at a very decent level. It's almost the same as before, I would almost say. It is starting to get the edges as well. And then eventually when it goes down, it will take the rest with it. The melt pool is, I'd say it's decent. And then finally we have our HTP 105. I think the mushroom part fell. I don't know if I can turn around. You can kind of see it there. I think that was the mushroom. And I mean, honestly, it hasn't mushroomed since, as you can tell. The melt pool is pretty decent, I would say, but I think it can stay, and we'll see what our 4 brings. All right, now on to our 4, and it seems like the Stabilo did kind of grow some more mushroom heads. I don't know if the camera can see this, hopefully. So my understanding is mushrooming will happen. It's just I also want to keep it at a minimum. Finally, our 105, it did grow some more mushroom heads again. Nothing too crazy. It is eating up the sides, which is nice. The melt pool is decent. If it goes down here, I have a feeling it will mushroom even more, and that's something that I will test. So you know what? Maybe I will also look at other wicks as well, because not too much confidence with these two. Alright, so in conclusion for this video, I'd say that 1212 seems to be a bit too big, given, look at that mushroom. This one kind of, I think it's clear it's going to be tunneling a bit too much. And these two, as I just mentioned, you know what, I will maybe keep going with them afterwards. I'll let them solidify and run them again and see what comes up once they go to like a lower level, you know, to here, and see what comes up from there. I hope you enjoyed this. Hopefully it was somehow educational, or hopefully it leads you in the right path. Again, by no means am I some kind of professional. I've just really enjoyed this. I'm reading a lot, trying to research, showing my side of things. So hopefully it guides you. Hopefully there is some insight to this. And feel free to share your experiences with Wick testing. Maybe there's something I could do better. I'm sure there's always a space to learn and to improve. Feel free to comment. And thanks for watching. Have a great day.